Hello, this is Pacman Jones here with Savannah Seaport News, and today we have Gwendolyn Farrow, the mother of Spencer Stuckey, the teenager that was killed in the July 5th crash in City Market. Can you speak to us for a sec? How you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
Okay.
I'm still grieving, still going through the emotions and all.
Now, when I first actually talked to you on the phone, actually went pretty good. I was expecting for it to go down south, but you actually responded to me well, and I actually want to just thank you so much for just really coming out, because a lot of people really don't have the courage to actually talk to me. And when you actually talked to me on the phone, it was like about a 10-minute, 15-minute conversation, and you said really about the situation that happened. It really was painting y'all, or really painting your family, and not only your family but him, in a different perspective.
Right.
I think you said when you got on the phone with them, you actually agreed at one point to actually do an interview with, what was that, WSAV?
Yes.
Okay. And when you agreed to do that, did they say anything about like they would cut out certain parts or anything? No.
They cut out most of the interview. They were there for over 2 hours. Like I was telling the people that was in my inbox, I got threats and all from doing them. The reason I did the interview, we all agreed to do the interview because we were trying to bring some positive light to the situation, and they was already judging us and saying the worst things about my family and pretty much about me, saying I was on drugs and I didn't raise them right, they didn't have a dad. And
Well, where was those threats coming from?
it was coming from the WSAV site. So when I said something to someone on the site, they responded back to me, and then they saw that, so they inboxed me, WSAV.
WSAV. Well, you actually responded to somebody off WSAV.
They were saying, making negative comments. They were saying the worst things about us, especially me. They were saying I was on drugs, I was partying, I wasn't paying my child no attention, and they don't know the half of the story. I mean, so I responded back to them, and WSAV saw my comment and inboxed me and asked me did I want to do an interview with them. And I asked the family. They're like, we can do it. We want to set the record straight. We don't want them thinking that he's just the worst child ever, just running around here committing crimes and all. So the exact thing that we said good about my son never aired. They just cut bits and pieces out and made it look like a bunch of gangbangers, drug dealing, and lowlives. And they didn't know the half of it. I mean, we got negative comment after negative comment, and this one guy had made a whole video about me. It was talking about me all over the United States. They kept sharing the video. What's his name? You know, Tommy Sotomayor.
Okay.
Yeah, Tommy Sotomayor. You know him? I inboxed him about it too. But we were just trying to bring some positive to it, and a lot of people like, I should have waited to get on the news. He just had passed, but we were trying to get the negative people off our backs, because they was pulling up police records and going into our files and putting it on Facebook. You know, some of them were police, some of them were pastors, some of them were teachers. They were so wrong. Like this city is so screwed up. I didn't get calls from anybody about my son. Nobody cared. Nobody just didn't care.
Well, let's talk about your son. He was how old when he passed away?
17.
17.
17 and a half.
Now, I remember you said his father is still living, right?
Right.
Okay.
He's always been in his life. He's just not in Savannah. He's in the country part of Georgia.
Okay.
Helena, Georgia.
And did he ever like really contact him on a regular, frequently, every night?
He was there with him in January.
Okay.
Yes. And he just loved this city. He wanted to come back here and wanted to help me. So I went back and got him.
Okay.
It probably was a bad mistake, but eventually he probably made his way back to Savannah anyway. So
now let's talk about Spencer Stuckey. Do you have any nickname for him? You just, what's his name? Just.
I just called him Spencer.
He like everybody call him Stuckey.
His friends called him Stuckey.
Okay.
Yes.
Yay.
And he got the last name from
Dad.
Okay.
Right.
Now, what did he really like to do? I know just before we actually started airing, you said he played football.
Football, basketball. He give him a ball, he gone with it. I mean, he played football, basketball for the Boys and Girls Club. He played for the Rec Center, the Thunder. You heard of them?
Oh yes.
And the Hurricanes from age 8 to 13. He was out here playing every year.
Oh,
they
man.
would come get him. He's just that good. He played offense and defense.
Oh man. You know what position? Not
Quarterback,
sure.
and he played what was it, running back?
Yeah,
Running back.
Okay.
He did it all for Coach Trigg and Coach Ed for the basketball, and some of them did come see me, but mostly like everybody took a step back. Didn't get no kind of love from the city at all. It's just that everybody just kind of didn't care. I even went to a funeral before when the aldermen were there, all of them. This young guy here got killed. He had shot himself in the head by mistake. Like in 2014, it was Spencer's friend. I took Spencer to that funeral. And they all was there. I mean, my son passed away and nobody contacted me. Nobody cared. I tried to get assistance for burial and nobody helped me. It was nothing. Nobody helped me. And then the detective want to call me and want to talk about what's going on and do I know anything about any gangs? I don't know nothing. I work for a living.
Well, let's talk about the side about Spencer Stuckey. When you first really thought about that he had like some type of troubles, like when did you first notice that?
When I really knew he had some things going on that was unsavory, when they shot the house up September 27th.
This year?
No.
Oh,
2016, last year.
Last year.
September 27th, they shot like 20 rounds at the house I was renting on Siler Avenue.
Okay.
The one that had the shot the other night.
Yeah.
A little further down.
Oh, okay.
Somebody came through, it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 20 rounds, broad daylight. School buses was still running.
Oh, so this had to been like around 2 p.m.
Like it was like during the daytime. The police came, they did a little report, and after that, they heard nothing from the city no more. Nobody didn't call me, nobody didn't care. I got a little brochure in the mail from the Victim Witness program, and I talked to them. I said, well, I would like to relocate if I could. Y'all would help me.
Yeah.
And they said they would. Then I called back later on to see how the progress was going. Wasn't no progress. We don't have any funding. We don't have this. We don't have nothing. You know, so I ended up moving out of that house in February. And that was on the last day I was moving. My oldest son, Ruben, he was shot 6 times on Indiana.
Oh yes, you told me about that
Right,
actually.
on Indiana.
And that was last year.
And this year.
Oh, this
February
year.
11th this year.
Okay.
Right. So I mean, it's just been a violence after violence in this city, and really people are not doing nothing. They're not doing nothing. They say they're doing something. They're not doing nothing. They're not. They don't care. It's just one child not here anymore. One child ain't got to run behind, chase, or arrest no more. That's how I feel about it.
Now, Spencer, the school that you went to, you know what middle school you went to?
He went to Hubert.
Okay.
Middle school.
What about high school?
He went to Savannah High.
Okay.
That was his, well, this time last year, that was around the hurricane time, but that was his last, after the hurricane had came to, we left, came back, he got arrested, so he didn't go back to school, they withdrew him.
Okay.
And I tried to go back and get him in, they were like, oh no, he had a gun possession, and it wasn't good, so I was trying to get him to get his GED.
Okay.
So the little interest, the little, test is, the tape testing, he passed, he did pretty good on it.
Okay.
He was getting ready to go to GED school.
Okay. So he was gonna get ready to go to GED school right
Right.
before he passed away.
Right, and work with my niece. She works she's a manager at Bojangles.
Okay.
She was gonna get him a job.
About a year.
Yeah. He needed his ID. But
Mm.
yes. He was working towards that, but I mean, like after he passed away, we did find out some things that was going on, that he was fearful of people bothering us, really. He didn't want nothing to happen to none of us.
Did you feel like he kind of lived a double life? You know, because a lot of kids,
Yes.
you know, a lot of
When I was growing up, I lived it, you know, it wasn't per se
Yeah.
getting in trouble, but I took on another family as, you know, it's my family. So I started my own children.
Now, let's go back to the WSAV interview that you had. You took that interview, what it was, like a week after he passed?
It was the same week.
Same week?
I think it was like a Friday, because we were trying to go do the candlelight vigil downtown, and then some people found out, and they started inboxing, they shared the status, and people were making comments under what they were going to do to us when we got down there. We didn't know this. The police came and found us and told us, and they showed us the comments they were making under the status.
So you had a candlelight vigil already planned, but
Go downtown and do one like they did for, you know, the other person, but
Yeah.
we didn't even know. We were getting ready to go do it at like 7 o'clock. And the police came and they found his girlfriend, and then she told them where we was all at. So they found us, and they told us that we couldn't do it. And they said if we did do, we had to get a permit. So we just let it go. And when the threats and stuff was we took them. We believed in those threats, so we didn't go downtown. We felt we wasn't welcome down there. See, I pay taxes at, we all pay taxes at. Can't go downtown and do a candlelight vigil.
With all the death threats you heard, what was the worst thing that you heard? About the worst death threat you probably received?
Oh, they said put all us niggas need to get in the same car and wreck out and die, including the kids.
In the car with them. Yeah,
And then someone said they were gonna shoot all us niggas and hang us.
so you want to hang y'all monkeys.
We still have the comments. It's still in our inboxes.
Yeah, people still coming today.
And like last month, somebody inboxed me. Some guy inboxed me was saying some stuff to me.
About 2 weeks ago, they started getting my comments telling me that we were stupid and we should die and all kind of stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, the internet is full of internet trolls. It's a lot of that. Even I have to deal with internet trolls.
Right. But it was terrible.
Yeah.
They were making statuses. We didn't even know some of them. Like I said, we didn't know some of the comments they were making. They didn't even know what really happened. I mean, we still don't know what really happened. How can you make past judgment on someone and talk about them and criticize them like that? We don't know exactly what actually led up to that moment. He wasn't driving. Like I said on that interview, he wasn't driving, and I never said he wasn't guilty. But they took that and ran with it. Said I was saying that he was an angel. I never said he was an angel. I just said that I never said he wasn't guilty, because I don't know what happened. I was down there working that night. I got off, and moments after I got off, he had died, and no one came to get me. I didn't know till the next day around 10 o'clock.
So let's go back to the day where that actually happened, and you actually got the news. Where were you when you actually got the news?
I was at my niece's apartment.
Okay.
And the probation officer, well, he had a probation officer. He had a juvenile justice counselor. He went on probation.
Okay.
And he had called me, and he was like, tell me, is it true? I said, tell you what isn't true. He said, your son. I said, my son is Spencer. I said, what's going on? He's like, well, I heard some stuff had happened. I said, I'm gonna call you right back. I just hung up and I said, I'll call you right back. So I started checking the rest 72-hour thing. I didn't see anything. So I went to my daughter's house, who he was living with, and I asked her where he was at. She was like, he's not there, but they said 3 people died last night. And then they said then that we couldn't find him. His phone kept ringing. It kind of was obvious.
Yeah.
And then I never called the probation officer back. My son called him back. He told him the truth then. He already knew. He didn't want to tell me over the phone.
Now, when I'm pretty sure the police contact you like pretty much afterwards when it happened, and I bet they ask you certain questions, I guess, involving the case. Probably questions like, did you know that he was involved with any other particular people?
Right.
I did a video, the one that you were seeing and you actually got in contact with me with.
Right.
When I said when you said OTM, where you was explaining what OTM mean, and I just want to know what was his group of friends? Were they gang associates, or were they just the people that stayed around the house? Were they just people that he knew? Was it just?
Well, I don't know anything about that. Like I told the lady, from my understanding, he said that was his family. I told her, from my understanding, that what he told me. I know like some people that he hung around with, but the ones that was in their car that night, never met them, never had a conversation with them, never called them, never talked to them, never none of that stuff. So it's a lot of people that knew him because of the basketball and the football and the different schools he went to. A lot of guys knew him, and they labeled them with that. I mean, they labeled them with that like maybe a year and a half ago. They labeled them with that. So I mean, I really can't answer questions on that because I'm not a part of anything like that.
Okay.
I'm just a parent that work hard and try to keep a roof over their head. That's it. I don't have nothing to do with that. I'm not a criminal.
And I remember you said earlier, well, about a month ago when we actually had a conversation that Spencer Stuckey was in a type of boot camp.
No, I was trying to get him into one.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, I was trying to get him. Well, he had psychological evaluations. He had all that stuff done.
Okay, so he.
And counseling and all that stuff done. Cause he had problems in school because of the bullying. The bullying caused the root. Well, the root cause was the bullying. Seeing stuff that went on in the family. Like people, one guy pulled a gun on me one time, like 2012, something like that. And he was a little boy like him, and he seen that. And he seen when they robbed us in 2006. In 2006, when they robbed our house on Christmas week and took all our gifts, and they just bomb rushed and ran out the house. They don't stole all the gifts. And he seen that he witnessed a lot of stuff happen to us. And I think that why he had that mindset that he got to protect his family.
Definitely.
I mean, it was like I was doing anything, it's just that stuff that was going on around him, and I don't know the half of it. Like when I was standing in West Lake, this guy got shot in the head broad daylight. He saw the whole thing. He seen the whole thing, everything. 2014. Same year his friend died. The boy that got shot in the head. Cause that boy he stayed at my house. He's in the next room sleeping with him. They were bosom buddies. I mean, and then that happened to him, and it's just like, I mean, some like violence and crime affects some people differently than some people. I mean,
but now, why would you think Spencer would have got in the car with those group of guys?
I really can't answer that because you might need a ride to the store. You might need to go get something. You get in the car and ride with them. And this happened. I know people done got in the car to go to the grocery store and got killed.
I was with him earlier that day. He was in the studio. Like he asked me to cast me to the studio on 4th of July. I told him, yeah, but you want to spend time with his family first. He was like, okay. So he waited around, played with the kids. Like I was cooking and stuff, having a good time. I was like, well, come on, call. Like, go to the store, get something. I'm gonna take you to your friend's house. I took to his friend's house, and he said he was going to the studio. And I was just playing with him. Said, oh, you sing? He was like, no, I don't sing. I rap. I was like, I never heard you rap, but okay. And that was like, he got the car. He said, I love y'all. Stay strong. I love you too. And I told Tony, said, I love you. He got the car, and that was the last time I seen him. I took him to his friend's house. The guy was driving. He said the studio was at his house.
He did. So I never met him.
With him that day, almost the whole day.
I never met him.
After like 5 o'clock.
I haven't seen him. I heard the name, but I never actually met him ever. Now he wants to meet us, but he called me like 9 something that night. He called me at 9. I was on the boat working. I served on the boat. I used to serve on the boat today. We lost that account. While I was working, he was saying that he had lost some money. His daddy sent him to Western Union. He always sent him to Western Union. Yeah. And he was like, Mom, I lost my money. I like, well, I can't do that until I get out this boat, and I can't stay on this phone. I'm gonna call you tomorrow. I mean, I feel bad because I didn't say a little more. Or I didn't walk off and try to talk to him. I mean, it's just the worst feeling ever, to knowing that you could have said a little more for somebody to die.
And that was the last time you actually talked to him?
On the phone. He texted me and called me. His daddy texted me and called me.
And that was July 4th?
Same night.
Okay.
I was on the boat working.
Okay.
And I got off at 10:15, and I walked down Bull Street. Couldn't get no ride, and I kept walking, and it happened probably minutes after I got off that boat.
Okay.
Girlfriend, she talked to him up to probably the last few seconds of her life. She was on the phone talking to him.
Go home.
Okay. Oh, so he actually had a girlfriend?
Yeah. She did an interview with WSAV too. They cut her all the way out.
Yeah.
She said the real good stuff about him. They didn't want to air the good stuff. They wanted to air the negative stuff so we can get.
Well, let's get back to the interview and like what was all said. I really want you to just tell me like what was said by you that was really cut out, not only by you but by other people that was there.
The part about what he told me there was a family.
Yeah.
Oh, they cut that. They on the news. They were like they was a family and this and that, but she had a part like from what I was told by him, there was a family. She cut that part out, and the stuff my son was saying, positive thing he was saying about my son, they cut it out. I got an older son. He got shot.
Yeah, Ruben.
He was talking about him getting shot and all that other stuff too. He was talking about that, but she was there over 2 hours, so she got a whole lot of footage. She just narrowed it down to make us look even worse.
So they compiled 2 hours of footage in about like a minute.
Yeah. something like a minute.
Yeah.
And then I inboxed her and told her that that people were threatening us because of what she about the interview. I inboxed her and told her all that. She had nothing to say. Then I seen the lady, can't call her name, but she's a black lady and she's real tall. I saw her at Flash Food and I was like, the interview y'all put up is really affecting our family. I said, I don't even feel safe anymore because people are threatening us, inboxing us. She said, well, we took the comments down. I said, no, you didn't. It's still on there. And she had a guy with her that was kept on the eye like he wanted to grab me or something. He wanted to do that.
Yeah.
But I told them twice how the interview was affecting.
And all in all, my brother knew a lot of people. Like I work at a bar and a popular bar that everybody goes to, and everybody that I know him, and everybody said nothing but good things about him. Always just good things. I never heard anything bad that he did to nobody.
And you are his cousin?
Big sister.
Well, big sister. Okay.
What's the name? This is girlfriend.
Yeah, this is girlfriend right here.
Ashanti. And he was talking about the interview when they completely cut her. They completely cut her whole segment out. None of her got aired. Like she wasn't even there. It was a room full of people.
If you like to state your name to the camera, what's your name?
Ashanti Hamilton.
The girlfriend of Spencer Stuckey. Yes. Now we were just actually talking about you just minutes before you actually came, and I think she was saying that you probably was one of the last people to actually like talk to him or actually probably even see him before he passed away. If you can just rewind back to like the last day you actually saw him or actually even talked to him, what was that whole conversation about?
The last day I saw him was July 3rd. And the last day I talked to him was like at 12:15 that morning before he died on the 5th. But on the whole day of July 4th, he had like an attitude. It wasn't like him. Like, he just was acting real, I don't know, just mad and everything. Everything was getting on his nerves. Everything was irritating him. And I was just like, this not really like you. What's going on? He's like, I don't know. It's nothing. But that night, when I talked to him, I called him, and he was like, he was going home, and he loved me and stuff. And then I prayed when we got off the phone. I prayed, and then I went to sleep. But I went to work that morning, and I didn't find out that he died until like 12 or 1 in the afternoon, because I was at work. I've been at work since 6 o'clock. And I was calling his phone, and it was going straight to voicemail.
Oh, so you got the news while at work. Now, after when that happened, well, did you go to his funeral, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. And how did you actually meet Spencer? Was it at high school or was it at
Middle school, 6th grade.
If you could talk to him like an hour before he passed away, what would you actually say to him?
Like at not knowing that any of this happened. I mean, we was just a regular talk. Like ask him what's going on with him, why he acting this way, is something bothering him, and tell him that he still got us. If he feel like he don't have nobody, he have us.
Now, was anybody targeting you for death threats or nothing like that?
We all got it.
Yeah, like I done been told I should have been in the car with him. That if I was down there, I would have got shot, and like all kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
Now, when the whole funeral happened, when was the actual funeral actually happened? July the 14th? 15th? Okay.
Saturday.
And that was located at where?
We had it at an office space.
Okay.
It was a celebration of life.
Okay. And was it a big turnout? Was it just family there, or?
His friends turnout.
Big turnout.
A lot of people here.
It was a lot. I'm glad because I thought maybe a handful of people would come.
It would have been more if a lot of people would have.
If we could have advertised, put on the book where we're gonna be at, more people would have came because they didn't know where we were gonna be at. Lots of
It's texting because we scared
school friends and all that. They wanted to come, but they didn't know we were having that. And we couldn't really tell nobody because we didn't know what was going to happen, like retaliation wise.
Yeah. So
we didn't know what was going to happen.
So you had to kind of keep it underground.
Right.
Yeah.
We all was cautious. Quite sure that people wouldn't just come in there without nothing because it was just that tense, really tense.
Now, ever since his passing, how do you feel about, I guess, like all the homicides that happened lately in Savannah? Because a lot of homicides that happen, and that's what I specialize my content on.
Right.
The homicides, crime. I mainly focus on homicides, but how do you feel about all these? Basically, like a lot of kids are dying. A lot of kids, 16, 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds. I just did a story the other day about I think a 16-year-old got killed. Do you like feel any type of way when you just hear these stories?
I just feel the same sorrow that I felt when it happened to me. I mean, before it happened to me, I would see it and feel for the parents and anybody. If I knew them, I would go visit them or at least give them my sympathy. So I didn't get any sympathy, but like I explained to the detective, it's going to keep happening because you guys you're not doing your jobs. He said, we can't help you if you don't help us. That's what he told me. You can't tell us everything you know about what he was doing. I don't know nothing. I can't tell you what I don't know. I can't make up something for you to go off that. It's going to keep happening. And this city don't have any love for us. I mean, not for my family anyway. They don't have no love for us. So why should I go the extra mile, even give you a tidbit of information about anything that's going on?
Now, if you could just change things, how would you do that for if your son was still here? How would you change things so that way that he wouldn't have, probably got himself in a situation like that? Like if you could.
There's one option: leave in Savannah. That was the only option. And I was telling him that like in May we need to move away from here, move to Florida. And he was like, I love my city. I don't want to leave my city. I love Savannah. I want to be here. I'm going to do the right thing, and I'm going to get a job and do the right thing. I don't want to leave Savannah. He kept telling me that, but I was ready to go. I was ready. At that moment, I was ready to go. But the city is failing, and it's going to continue to fail. If they don't get in those schools and really change those kids' minds about what's going on, the kids see it. My grandchildren see it. I have 13 grandchildren. They see what goes on. They see the news. They see what happened to their uncle, what happened to their daddy. And they seeing all that. They don't get in there and get into those kids' schools and get into their minds to influence them. It's going to continue. It's going to continue. It's never going to end.
Now, when he was still living, when he was still alive, you said earlier he was energetic. He used to play sports.
Right.
Just like how was he as a person, and actually you might actually know how he was as a person. How was he on like a regular day, like just a regular day?
Always on the go, want to do stuff, want to go places, yeah.
Jokester.
Light laugh. He see people playing football, so he wouldn't play football with them, play basketball with them.
The day I saw him, I was with my daughter. Went to go visit my other daughter. I got another daughter at her apartment, and he was in there bouncing the ball in the house. I said, why are you bouncing that ball in the house? And he was harassing the kids, because lots of kids over there. He was hitting the kids. I said, stop hitting no kids. And I hit him. Stop hitting no kids. And that was my last time touching him while he was alive. Last time seeing him alive. Because I went home and got ready to go to work. And then my last time seeing him playing basketball, bouncing the ball.
And that was your youngest son, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, how was he when he was like little, like I guess before the age of 5? Was he just
always happy? He was happy.
He loved being outside.
Like being outside, doing stuff. His daddy was a farmer, so he was outside a lot anyway. Animals and like corn. They grew corn and stuff like that.
okay?
Corn and vegetables, all kind of vegetables.
And did he always spend his time in Savannah, or did he just travel back and forth between?
He was back and forth for the first, maybe the first 5 years he was here. We're not from here now. We moved here in 2005.
Oh, so you're not originally from Savannah?
I'm not from here.
Oh.
The rest of my kids, they went to school in Cochran, Georgia.
Oh, okay.
They were from Cochran, Georgia. And they came here, she was in ninth grade.
Yeah, ninth grade.
Now was that transition difficult from coming from like?
Not for the last 2 children. The first 4 children, it was difficult because they didn't have any friends and no connections at all. So they suffered a little bit
and all kind of stuff.
And they got bullied a little bit, but I was asking them all the time, y'all want to leave? Y'all want to go like, we can't run here. No, we'll stay here. We'll stay here and ride it out. So, stay in, roll it out.
Now, I see you have the Spencer Stuckey shirts. I seen that when I first came up here. 'Cause I was looking for you,
Right.
and I didn't actually see you till I seen those shirts.
Right.
Is those the only 3 types of shirts? I see you have. Is it all
You
different?
got all kinds of shirts. She got on one. This is the baby sister. That's him when he's a little baby.
Hold on, let me zoom into it. Okay. And you have one too, right?
Yeah. And we all have this. You know what it is. She got wraparound shirts.
I
We're gonna get them for his birthday celebration. We'll get them.
My boy, my job designed this one. My brother designed that one.
Yeah.
And she just put that for her.
Oh,
My son has one too. He was a little boy, and my brother had him. Yeah, she got the best first day of school. Both of them was mad. It was funny.
Yeah.
It seems like y'all have a lot of memories of Spencer through pictures.
Yeah. Bukus of memories. Videos.
Pictures, videos, all kind of stuff.
What was the best memory you had of Spencer?
I would say he had 8th grade graduation.
Okay.
That was the beginning of his celebration of life video I sent you.
Oh yeah.
8th grade graduation. That was his last big accomplishment. That 8th grade graduation. Because it took him 2 years to even get into 8th grade. Because they had left him back because he didn't take a test in 7th grade, so he got left back. That's why he was that old in the 8th grade. He was pretty happy. He didn't want to do it at first. He kept saying it was gay. But
he was super smart. He was.
He's smart.
That test the entry test he did for GED, that test supposed to be in what, 3 hours? He took that test in like 30 minutes. And he got mad because he failed, balled it up, and then we unballed it. We saw it, he passed everything.
Oh
And he
man.
flew through the test like that. He didn't even think about it, he just flew through it. Super smart.
Now, if he was still here today, where do you think he would be right now? Like you said, he had a future job, right?
Yeah, he probably be working right now. But he love money.
He loves money. He loves shoes. He loves clothes.
He wasn't at work, but with me.
He got a new shirt every day.
Yeah, he loves them white tees too.
Do you have a favorite thing to say to anybody, or just a favorite like slogan or catchphrase, or maybe just anything that he would just say on a regular? Nothing.
He protective, I know that much. He don't want nobody looking at none of us. He don't want to sit by us. Like
Hold your hand. He holds your hand, walk across the street like you a little kid.
He tried to treat me like I was a little sister. Right. Like his friends come around, sit in the couch by me. He said, boy, don't sit with my sister, sit on the floor. Dad, get up and sit on the floor. Okay. So don't even look at her. Don't even smell her, nothing. Just move.
Okay.
He was super protective.
Well, before I get out of here, I just, like I said, I just want to thank Gwendolyn Farrow for actually, responding to me for my comment, or actually reaching out to me. And, before actually I get out of here, I just want to ask Gwendolyn Farrow, and I'll ask other people around, if he could still be here, just like here right now in the interview, what would you say to him, just if he was just here right now?
I love you and stay out of trouble. Take care of yourself. I tell him every time he leave me, I always tell him the same thing. Because I know what's going on here.
Now, what would you say to him if he was here right now?
Please be careful. I always tell him the same thing. Be careful in these streets. Be safe. Don't do nothing stupid. I always tell him that. And I love him.
Anything that you would have said to him if he was here right now?
Just, I want you to do good. Get your head together. I love you. Just stay out of trouble, please.
And anything that you would like to say if he was here?
I'll tell him, ready to put him on a schedule next week, working. Get these hands up.
Okay.
Strive to do better. Want to do better.
And is there anything that you would say to him if he was still here?
Be safe.
And I'd just like to thank Gwendolyn Farrow and her family for coming out here. Anything else you got to say to the camera or anybody that's watching, anybody for Any homicide victims of like parents, like the mothers or the fathers of deceased sons or children in Savannah, anything that you would just want to say to them, or anything just out to the world or to the city?
I guess we need to try to pull together and save our children. This world is so evil. It's full of evils. And we gotta try to keep our loved ones as close as we can. 'Cause I raised 6 children by myself. And I was hoping to see them all grow up eventually and become something other than a criminal or killer. So I'm going to stay safe and try to make the best of their lives. But to people who lost people, I know what they feel now. I know what it feels like to lose someone like that, be taken like that.